following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you can just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, let's
No, please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, Game of Thrones. We're gonna try this again. We've tried to do an episode on Game of Thrones before. We've tried to do an episode on a few subjects. Don't really ever seem to go according to plan. This one we're going to try to do Game of Thrones, our previews for the upcoming season. Do you think this episode will be different?
Wait, do I think this episode will be different?
Like as far as like we're actually going to talk about the topic that we say we're going to talk about. Because just think about like the Captain Marvel episode. We brought Miggs on to talk about Captain Marvel, and Jay and Money jumped on.
I want to help you out with that for a little bit. And in the interest of full disclosure, as soon as you started talking, I zoned out. So then I just was just like, wait, episode. Then I try to recover by thinking of, is the episode going to be different for Game of Thrones? So it's a fair bet that we will not be talking about Game of Thrones for this episode.
And V's, I'm gonna throw the same question to you. Do you think that this is going to be different in regards to we're actually going to stick to our topic?
I mean, I feel like we can get through a good 20, 30 minutes of Game of Thrones.
Hey, that's just keeping it real, right?
Yeah, that's just keeping it 100% real.
All right, great.
You asked me a question, I was mid-yawn.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right. I mean, look, I'm just happy you're on the show. I'm just happy you're here. Like this. Anyway, all right.
These, I'm always happy you're here, man.
Hey, V's, you know what? You know what Oz did last week? You know what he did to me last week while you weren't here? You know what he did? So this guy had me come over his house to do a show, and he ain't even have nothing set up for us. He ain't have no room set up for us. He ain't have no plans. He just was like, yo, just come on over.
But we rocked it, though.
I mean, we took care of it. We handled business, but I'm just saying.
It's always the first one is all. The first cut is the deepest and the roughest, dude. I got a plan working out, homie. Don't you worry, Red Scott. I got you covered, dude. You don't want me to get high tech on you.
No, I would love for you to get high tech. That'd be great. That'd make our lives a lot easier.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, all right, man. To all our listeners, next time we do an episode at my house, Regular Scott is going to be like, "Whoa, we can do this." I needed more beer. That's the problem. I didn't need your rusty beer that you got me. That was the problem.
All right, that's enough about that. We don't need to talk about that.
Oh wait, no. If we're going to we can talk about Game of Thrones and staying on track as long as we can talk about rusty beer.
So, V's, let me ask you about Game of Thrones. I'm just going to straight up ask you off the bat. Who is going to be the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms?
The ruler of the seven kingdoms of. I mean, Jon Snow is the fan favorite. Guess. I mean, why bring him back to life just to kill him again? You know. I've seen rumors or heard rumors about Ned Stark maybe coming back to life.
Yeah, let's talk about those rumors, huh? What are those rumors that you've heard about Ned Stark coming back?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he's gonna be able to come back since his head was cut off and hung and from a stake.
So what are the rumors that you've heard though?
His wife was supposed to come back
as Stoneheart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well,
No, I don't know.
The Iron Throne. Who's going to sit on the Iron Throne is probably going to be the Targaryens. So Jon Snow and
Dany.
And Dany, yeah.
Okay. Oz, same question.
But I would say this: it wouldn't surprise me if Tyrion ended up somehow being able to sneak his way onto the throne.
So you're going with Jon Snow and Dany with Tyrion as your dark horse.
Tyrion is my dark horse.
Sounds good. Oz, same question.
Aquaman.
You think Khal Drogo's coming back? So everybody thinks somebody's coming back from the dead, huh?
No, so here, okay, all right. So who's going to sit on the Iron Throne and try and change the Iron Bank? I like everything that V said, man. We know that the Lannisters are like they're done. We know that both Dany and Jon Snow will be riding the dragons. There's good reason to think that. What's his name again? The third person you said, V's?
Tyrion.
There's good reason to believe that Tyrion would be because he has earned the right through being a jerk, then being a wise sage to everybody, and then he can be the wise king. I don't know, man. Yeah, all that makes sense to me. I don't know, man. Hey, they might twist up thing and say, hey, the Iron Throne might be for the Night King. Throw a monkey wrench in all your plans.
That would be a twist. So you still didn't answer the question. I know that was a great speech, great monologue. I'm sure people learned a lot from it. But who do you think is going to be on the Iron Throne?
Yeah.
You tried, though.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Dany and Jon Snow's baby.
Wow. All right. Okay. All right. So that's who you're going with. Dany and Jon Snow's baby. Their unborn baby.
Yep.
You don't even know if that baby's going to be born.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Regular Scott, who do you think is going to be on that?
Well, I think I have a little. I think it's going to be. I'm going with V's as dark horse. Actually, I think Tyrion's going to end up on the Iron Throne.
Yeah, that to me makes the most sense because I don't see it being Dany. But see, man.
But here's my reasoning why I think Jon Snow will get the Iron Throne. I just think he's going to turn it down.
Oh yeah.
I think Jon Snow will be offered or will have the opportunity to take the Iron Throne, and in some way, shape, or form, he's going to turn it down.
Why can't Jon Snow's sister take it?
Sansa could absolutely take it, but
why can't Sansa have it?
Sansa could have it, but I think it's going to be Tyrion. Maybe it's Tyrion and Sansa. Tyrion's made it too far to not complete the journey.
Okay, but see, your boy, what's his name? George R.R. Martin. He said he hates that kind of stuff. He said he likes to shake it up and mess with your brain.
V's, just kind of, what are you thinking about that?
About
Jon Snow potentially offered the Iron Throne, turning it down, and Sansa potentially taking on the Iron Throne.
Well, where's Danny at in all this?
Okay, here's what I think is going to happen to Danny. I think Danny's going to go mad, like her uncle, the other Targaryen, like the Mad King, and she's going to become the Mad Queen. Somebody's going to have to kill her. Maybe that's how they bring about that shadow whatever, or that Firebringer, you know, that legend.
Why does she have to die?
She doesn't have to die, but I'm just saying, I think that's what I think is going to happen. I think she's going to go mad.
They already had enough crazy people. Like, you still got to deal with.
She's
Cersei.
already kind of going power hungry now. She's already starting.
I think in the beginning she was going power hungry, but Jon Snow kind of reeled her in.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, V's.
I think as long as nothing. I mean, only way I see her going mad is if they kill Jon Snow. If Jon Snow somehow dies, then yeah, she'll go mad and she'll sit on the Iron Throne, but she'll go mad. She'll be like you said, the Mad Queen. She'll kill everybody.
Well, that's what I think is going to happen to Danny. That's where I see her. I mean, but you could be right, V's. Like that's a really good point.
I definitely don't see Sansa. Sansa's going to rule Winterfell. She's going to stay in Winterfell.
Okay, well let me ask you this about Sansa. Do you think she's going to die?
No, I definitely don't think she's going to die.
Right.
Okay.
Me either.
I think Sansa is going to. Sansa's going to, like I said, Sansa's going to be over at Winterfell, and watch Arya. Arya is going to do something spectacular as well.
But that's not Arya's gig to be a queen, though, right?
No, not a queen, but she may kill. She may be the one that ends up killing Cersei.
That's a good call.
Mm.
And here's I don't think Danny's going to live. I think Danny's going to die.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but this is what I think is going to happen with. This is what I think is going to happen. Let's see. I'm on this Arya kick right now. I think Arya is going to kill Cersei's Jaime, and then she's going to take Jaime's face. She's going to seduce Cersei and kill her.
Wow, that's a pretty specific, detailed plan. And you sound very confident about that.
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world because Cersei Lannister was always her number one.
Yeah. So you're not buying this Jaime Lannister redemption arc.
Oh, he can be redeemed.
Well, I know because Oz, he can't be because
Arya and him have just an epic battle, and Arya win.
Wow.
Cut his face off.
Hey, on that note, before we get too deep into it, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here full strength with my two co-hosts. We got the comic connoisseur, the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. How you doing?
What up, good people?
And then we got, sorry, I got to do it, Part-Time V's. What's going on? Yosh told me I had to call you Part-Time V's.
Oh man, why you gonna do what other people say to do?
I told him I would do it on the show. I had to do it now.
It's okay. I'm part-time V's. I'm the one that's Scott is on his way, but the regular Scott is on his way. But I'm the one father that's actually responsible and actually play a vital role in my kid's life. So if I'm just because I have other obligations that pulls me away that my daughters require my attention.
Oz got a kid.
I got kids too.
He's only got one.
What that mean?
He's only got one.
It's true, man. Hey, the more kids, regular stuff, the more kids you have, the more time you're
I have two that pulls me in different directions, and I have a 7-year-old.
Listen, I don't think you're part-time V's. Yeah. I'm
okay with Yosh and calling me part-time V's, but I'm not going to take a dig at him, but I'm going to let him be.
Yeah, we're not starting no other beef. We don't need Oz hiding again.
I'm gonna let him be. I'm gonna let him be.
Hey,
but
man,
see, people shouldn't throw stones that they live in a glass house.
And Here we go. He about to start spitting 50 Cent, patiently waiting. All right, here we go. Let's get back on track. Back on track to taking these. So, Zack Snyder at SnyderCon has come out and said some of his plans he had for his original Justice League plans. Which would have played off of the boom tube that happened in Batman vs. Superman, where the Flash came and was like, Lois Lane is the key. Am I too early? I'm too early and all that.
Right.
So apparently Zack Snyder's plan was in Justice League was to have Darkseid boom tube into the Batcave, just like the Flash did. And I guess Lois Lane was going to be there because I guess during Justice League, Bruce Wayne was going to figure out I need to get Lois Lane, and she was going to be at the Batcave, and Darkseid was going to boom tube into the Batcave, kill Lois Lane, and then Superman was going to fall to the anti-life equation, and then that's how you got to the scene where the nightmare sequence where Batman was in like that dystopia. And Superman was like in charge of the army and was saying how she was my world and all that stuff. And it was the last Justice League movie was going to be about Batman, the Flash, and a broken down cyborg trying to get back in time and fix everything before Darkseid came.
Yeah.
What do you think
why
about
didn't they do that?
I don't know. But that was his original plan of what he wanted to do with Justice League to set up Justice League 2 and everything like that.
Yeah, Batman still shouldn't be killing, but yeah, I mean, why didn't they do that? I mean,
so you're okay with them killing Lois Lane?
But the point they would bring her back, though.
Maybe.
You know, that's the whole point. Yeah. So
V's, how do you feel about Lois Lane getting killed?
Oh.
I mean, they're going to bring her back. I mean, like that's one possibility. You know?
How you just cut these off like that?
That's a possibility for them to bring her back. I mean, you know, nothing they do anymore surprises me, man. They kind of took the gloves off. So.
Well, they fucked up though, man. I mean, that's just so crazy that. Yeah, when he says it now, you think, oh yeah, that was a missing piece that never was taken care of in Justice League. You know?
I do know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I guess you guys are a fan of the story. So you are a fan of the move or not a fan of the move? Couldn't really tell. What are we giving that? Are we giving that at MGK? Is it getting an Iris West? Is it getting? It would have
given it more of reasoning. It would have made people more interested. They could have did a lot more with the dystopian aspects of things. But no, man, they just want to go ahead and put that turd that they covered in honey and whipped cream out. Yeah, man, that's silly.
Okay,
that's
so
silly. That is a Machine Gun Kelly straight up with a mirror wig.
Let me ask both of you. What do you rate Batman versus Superman? What are you giving V's? What are you giving Batman versus Superman?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oz.
Yep. Machine Gun Kelly. The CGI was silly.
Which CGI was silly?
Dude, Batman vs. Superman, Doomsday looked crazy.
Okay.
Doomsday looked like oh man, he looked terrible, dude.
I'm gonna give it a Machine Gun Kelly and a motorcycle only because it has arguably the greatest Batman scene of all time. Fight scene of all time.
Yeah.
The warehouse scene.
Yeah, it's good, man.
It's a great Batman fight scene. Just Batman.
Yeah, but look, why am I going to spend $12 for a 8-minute fight scene, dude? That the equation don't work out.
Well, why would you do that when you could just buy the Blu-ray for like $20 one time?
Right.
And then watch it as many times as you want. Or YouTube.
but still, that seems like a huge waste of investment for a almost 3 hour long movie. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
My point is they could have did better.
Okay. You're not going to get a lot of argument out of me about it.
They could have did better, man.
I don't disagree.
Less is more, man. If Us was made for $20 million and has already grossed over $100 million, people just need to, I'm saying there is an untapped potential out there.
So speaking of Us, Jordan Peele has said that, he won't cast white leads in his movies because he's already seen that movie before. How do y'all feel about that statement?
Love it. Lyle, love it.
V's.
I don't like it at all. I think we're going too far with this race, man. Like, so we're going, this won't do this. But if it was a white guy that said, if it was Steven Spielberg or not Harrison Ford.
You're saying if it was like Steven Spielberg or George Lucas,
or one of them. And they said they wasn't going to cast a black actor as their main character. We would be all up in an uproar. We would be freaking fired up if they came out their mouth and said. I mean, if they came out their mouth and said they may not do it, but if they came out their mouth and said it would be fired.
I know, but
so I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't think saying that in 2019 is doing anything for our social improvement.
But isn't it though? Because this from my take on what he said, I have to go back to what he said in full context. He said he doesn't want to cast another white lead because he's seen that movie before. It's true. Jordan Peele is one black producer director in a deep pot, dude. Like him saying that doesn't affect anything. Like. It's different if him saying that would have to be equated to literally 25 to 30 white directors saying that to make it an even playing field.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
We got
in full context too.
Oh, we got a special guest that just popped in, K Mac. She wants to say something on this topic.
Hey y'all, I just came in here because I heard Marcus's statement and I was shocked, or V's statement, and I was shocked. So yeah, my thing is Steven Spielberg or whatever white director would not have to make that statement because that already exists.
Amen.
Most roles, leading actor roles, already go to white men, so they would never have to say that statement.
So how do we explain The Rock, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, my boy from Creed, Sylvester Stallone, Creed 2, and Creed 1? How do we explain these guys, up and comers? The Rock was a nobody.
Okay, but V's, flip it.
Samuel L. was in Coming to America as a McDonald's robber. And then he went Pulp Fiction. Somebody cast him in Pulp Fiction. Am I wrong?
But you have to put it in context. You have to put it in context. You just listed, by the way, a bunch of dudes. If Jordan said, I want to start casting black female leads or women of color in leads, again, it is a dip in the pot, dude. You just listed a bunch of dudes, whether they be black, Latino, Dominican.
Okay, wait. Maybe I didn't hear the statement. He said he was only going to cast black women as lead roles.
No, he said but basically what he said, and then the full thing is that, and regular Scott hit me up again. He said, I am not going to cast any more like white male leads because I seen that movie. We all have.
Yes, that's what he said.
We have all seen that movie. So if I've seen, just to equate for myself, if I've seen a Wonder Woman, white woman with superpowers, awesome. where's my black woman with superpowers is awesome. You know what I'm saying? I need that equivalent. I need that equivalent.
So I'm confused about what he's doing.
His thing is horror genres, and he's right, dude. Every horror genre I remember growing up with, if I saw a black cat in there, I was happy, but then I was sad because I know he was going to die.
First.
Oh man! Oh, hey, the
movie. Okay.
First was Sacrifice.
I can't remember Candyman, but was Candyman black or white?
Oh, the Candyman was black. He was a villain. That was like revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Like again, a dip in the pot. Hey,
that was early 70s, 80s or something, right?
You know, actually, Candyman was. Look at this piece. Candyman. I bet you was kind of like 90s.
We're not talking about all genres. We're not talking about all genres. We're talking about horror movies then.
Right. Yeah, and that was early 90s.
I'm just because I was going to say, you know, when I started rattling off the dominant African American or people of color thing, you know, you'll be hard pressed to find. Not hard pressed. You would find an equal amount of their white counterparts, but you wouldn't be able to tell me there were 7 more other than what I named white counterparts. I mean, the ones that come to my mind right offhand that are major white actors is like Tom Cruise and
John Travolta, Tom Cruise, Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone.
Is Bruce Willis or Sylvester Stallone still making movies? Sylvester Stallone's still doing his own thing, but is he? I mean, you know, I have a hard time agreeing with Bruce Willis or you know. But go ahead.
Okay. Clyde Bow. Clyde Owen. We could go literally name any action movie you see. My thing is we got the playing field. I don't know if I need a level playing field, but I just need fairness, you know. The oldest statement in the book is everybody's always asking for peace. We don't need peace, dude. We need justice. Peace is like this crazy goal to attain. Justice is what you actually physically need. And so for Jordan Peele to say that, to me, is just like speaking to like saying, hey, y'all love me because I'm flipping the script and I'm busting out making like, you give me 20, I send you 100 million. What happens when you give me like 20 million and I bomb? Am I allowed to still come back like all the other like white directors are allowed, or am I in the pan again? We can't be like shooting these black leprechauns are not the norm. They're just leprechauns, man. Pots of gold. Regular Scott, did you fall off the map?
No. I mean, y'all are having a good conversation. There's no point in me jumping in.
To me, Jordan Peele. So Jordan Peele is isolating himself. I just don't think that's a good move. I mean, we've seen that Tyler Perry pretty much isolated himself. Jordan Peele is going to isolate himself that he won't be able to, like, making statements like that is only hurting his pockets, especially if he has a movie that bombs or don't come out that does well and he loses his base. I mean, that's crazy to me. I mean, that's a straight up Donald Trump. Play to your base. Don't try to. You know, I can't say I agree with that. I mean, I know K Mac what she said, and I know what you guys said, but I don't.
Hey, shout out to K Mac, man. Shout out to K Mac for jumping on the show. Hey, K Mac is welcome to jump on anytime.
I am not trying to be rude, but can we have like a fourth guest, please, man? Oh my goodness,
shout out to K Mac.
She just came with the thunder, came with the knowledge, dude. I mean, you know. Yo, man, and by
but
the
look,
way,
let me say this though. Let me say this though. I say this when it comes to anything like this. When it comes to any type of statement like this, it should be about. It's not about superiority. It's just about being on equal playing field. Like we should not be trying to exclude anybody. Like we've been fighting to be included in the conversation. To be, you know what I'm saying? So when you talk about the best actors, you're not just automatically thinking about white actors. You're thinking about who's the best, period. No color, just who's the best actor. Like that's what it should start boiling down to. And I get it. You can't cast the white guy and get out. You can't do it because it wouldn't have worked in the lead role.
Okay.
It wouldn't have worked. And I haven't seen Us yet, so I don't know if you could cast a white family in that role. It probably not, because that's how he does his movies. So it probably wouldn't have worked. So I get that. But you don't have to come out with a statement like that. And to me, that's like, I think to say what V's is saying a little more bluntly, I think it's a very divisive statement. Like, I think it does more dividing than bringing together unnecessarily. And I think the only thing that can help us through this is light. Him saying that was just shining light on a situation. There are thousands of white movie executives. Sorry, that's not even true. My apologies. But there are a lot of white, rich movie executives whose thoughts are just the same as Jordan Peele's, but they don't say it. But they control the money game. So, I always fall back on everybody wants to find the way to bring down the person who says what's truth, but no one ever wants to go and find out what that truth is. You destroy the messenger without going, let's figure out what the message was. And again, I want to reiterate on that. Go ahead.
I can't knock Jordan Peele for speaking his truth, but I just don't agree with him speaking his truth. Because
I agree with these. I just don't agree with him.
Because I think I can't tell you. I can't sit here and 100% tell you that if Will Smith walked in any movie role with any white counterpart, they would say, "I'm not going to cast Will Smith because he's black." I can't do that. I cannot sit here and do that because they know Will Smith, Denzel Washington, they're going to break the bank. The bottom line is they want money.
Hey, to be fair though, what you said about Tyler Perry earlier, Tyler Perry will break the bank too. Like, Tyler Perry's guaranteed 25-30 million every movie his name's on.
But dude, they always want our money without anything though. They always want our money without any sort of without giving something back. Jordan Peele in his full statement. Sorry.
No, I was just trying to go off of the Tyler Perry thing. He said something with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry did something that the mega church pastors do to all of us, to all of their people. He singled them out. He gave them something that they were interested in with Tyler Perry, with the gospel singing and the messages they would do. So it really got down to the Southern roots. He built a huge fan base by that, and then he's benefiting off of that. Granted, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's giving back, but that's how he did it. Come on. I mean, he didn't say that. He didn't make that statement when he was freaking one movie in or one screenplay in. He didn't make them statements like that.
Actually, Jordan Peele's kind of been like that his entire career since his TV show, like before his movies and stuff. I can say that.
I didn't hear him make that statement until.
But even if he did back then, though, it wouldn't have been as prominent because he wouldn't have been in as prominent a position as he is now.
So let me help. Let me get down to the nitty-gritty of all this here. Hold on. Jordan Peele is 2 movies in, and he made that statement. So I don't. So he
see what happens to his 3rd and his 4th movie if we don't support it.
Well, we don't have to support it. He made $100 million, and so he's reaching out to more than just the black audience, and that's the beauty of it. And again, in the fullness of his statement, because at the last part. Because I've seen that movie before. Each one of his movies I've never seen before. I haven't seen Us. I've heard a lot about it and got a good premise of it. But dude, I'm just saying, he put something out there that people were hungry for. And on my side, I love you both, but on my side, I gotta agree with the statement, man. For just that one cat. He's that one dude. He says, I've seen it before. He's not saying I won't ever have a white character as a non-lead character who might die in the first 5 minutes, saving all the other black characters. He didn't say that, but he just said, I'm going to start having more black leads. That's it.
Well, it seems like a very, very, we seem seem very divided on that one. But that's good. It's good to have conversation like that.
It's a divisive statement.
That's why I said that, because that's what I think it is more than anything.
We need more togetherness and not being so divided, us versus them or them versus us type mentality.
I just think it was unnecessary.
We've done but are we asking why? We're going to the messenger again, but are we asking the other question? Why did he say that? Not for a money grab, but what's the root cause of that? Is because he's seen that movie before. We've seen that movie before so many times. How in the world? There have been the hills have eyes. All that, all white.
So you're talking about we've seen white actors play horror movies, all their different type of.
We've seen horror movies or any sort of genre where it's just he's not creative enough to come up with a movie that could cast a white character that we haven't seen before. But why does he have to? Because but I've seen all that. There's not a white character that I have not seen develop. I want to see black characters there that get fully developed and that are superheroes and that win. I've seen the white dude win. I've seen that cat win all the time. Die Hard 74. I want to see Shaft 1029. You know,
damn near every Denzel Washington movie he plays it, he wins, except for the one when he was the
Glory.
Cop. Well, yeah, but the one when he was
Glory.
He was.
But you know what I'm saying, dude? I want to. And all those cats had to go up through the roots of being the minor character, then they get their thing, dude. I mean, I want to see some more. We have so many rich stories, dude. The Caveman's Valentine was such a beautiful, gothic, all-black cast story that I still love to this day. It's still one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh, so actually, that's a lie. Eve's Bayou and the Caveman Valentine. Those are two beautiful movies by a black female director, having majority all black cast, and they're just beautiful and gothic, and they tell stories of the South that just made me go, wow, that kind of spoke to me. You know, and it's crazy. I'm almost 48, dude. I'm almost 49.
Color Purple didn't speak to you?
Huh?
Color Purple didn't speak to you?
Dude, Color Purple, I'm going to tell you like this. The Color Purple, it's been so ingrained to me from a young age of roots. I got the slaves narrative. I get it. I got that. But dude, I want to talk about the hidden history. Huh?
Heartbeats?
Hey, yo, do you say it one more time, Bees?
Is there a heart in the house tonight? Come on.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying, Bees. Aren't you hungry for more stories like that? The 5 Heartbeats, dude. You know? Come on, dude. That was awesome, man. Yeah. And I think Jordan Peele is so talented.
I just don't think he should have made that statement. I just think
I get you.
At the root of the statement is pretty divisive, in my opinion. But to his credit, we are living in a divisive time now, where our president says anything he wants that are divisive, and his cronies fall in line and they say anything they want that's divisive.
And by the way, we live in a time when our president says whatever he wants to, and no one questions it.
Yep, no one.
And the people who question it are seen as being like me, the asshole. Where it's just like, you can't let this guy do that kind of stuff. I still don't think his statement is, to me, when he says that, it deserves people going, what's up? What is up with Hollywood, dude? Because they be sucking our money, dude. They be sucking our money, but they don't be doing the right thing by us all the time. But it's the 21st century, 2019, and we have not had an all-black superhero Justice League movie out yet, animated or whatever. That's crazy.
We have had an all-black superhero movie.
Yeah, as in
Black Panther?
No.
I'm
talking about an all-black Justice League montage crazy Avengers type of movie, dude.
Okay, but here's my question to that. Why do we need an all black Avengers team? Like, what purpose do we need an all black Avengers team?
No. So I'll tell you why you need an all black superpower team, to show that there can be an all black superpower team. It's the same reason when people say Africa, they're like, "Oh, I'm from Ghana." They're like, "Oh, what?" You know, because it's so esoteric. People just don't get it, man. You know.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I just don't like. I don't think.
Because you need.
Is it because the Avengers are like all white most of the time?
No. I'm saying a superpower team, like even Avengers or Justice League, and I'll tell you why you need that. And I'll tell you the same reason that Jordan Peele, to me, said that statement, if we can piggyback on that again. People who do not have a mirror don't know who they are. You have no representation. So if you're not seeing yourself in all aspects of yourself, you're not really seeing yourself. That's why they always say, you know how like white people live, because we've seen every aspect of it.
See, here's where I'm.
We've seen the aspects, and we know how white people live, but we don't. I think that all that's a front too. That's people pulling the wool over our eyes. All white people don't live like that.
But here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is if we keep doing this, if we keep doing this dividing thing, we're going to end up having there's going to be an all black team of superheroes. There's going to be an all white team of superheroes. There's going to be an all female team of superheroes. There's going to be an all Asian team of superheroes. There's going to be an all English team of superheroes.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If you have 7 people on a squad and one's black and one's a woman and the rest are white dudes, do you not think something's weird about that when that is not how the world looks at all?
So but let me ask you this. If the team was 7 people, 6 black guys and 1 white girl, would that fit? Would that be okay?
That doesn't work either. But what you
would you say something about that?
I would say what alt universe happened here, and I would say what alt universe happened here, and let's hear the story. Let's see what the story is. I want to know what the story is. That's exactly what I say. I wouldn't fight. I would be like, let's see what the story is. True representation would be like at least four women, 3 dudes, and like it's majority people of color. That's the true representation. But we live in a white male world, dude. And so Jordan Peele is just saying, let's see the other flavors, dude. There are stories out there that are amazing that just have not had their day.
Let's go back to comic books. Okay, so the Spider-Man has been built up, right?
What's that?
So Spider-Man has been built up. Spider-Man is a well-known superhero, right?
Yeah. Peter Parker. Yes.
And then we have the black Spider-Man that was just in the new Spider-Man movie.
Miles Morales. Miles Morales. Yeah.
We could possibly have a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie, correct? Live action. But
possibly.
But we can't have a Deadshot. We can't have what's my man Captain America's sidekick? Because those characters haven't been built up. They introduced Black Panther to us in a movie prior to him releasing his full movie. So when we saw that character in that movie, it kind of built him up to us. And then we was like, all right, Black Panther comes out. Hell yeah, we got to go see that. You know, we kind of we wanted to see what Wakanda and all that was about.
Yeah, I agree.
So if they're going to do things like that, but that's going to take time. But I don't think we should, it almost sounds like when you were saying that we need that's kind of like whitewashing, whatever you want to call it.
I agree with your statement, but I will say I disagree with Sam Wilson. I disagree that Sam Wilson wasn't built up. Like Winter Soldier, the entire movie, I think he has a full arc. And then he's built up pretty well in Age of Ultron, and then he does his own thing in Civil War. So I think he does he's
so
been.
True.
Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe Sam Wilson was a bad example, but yeah, no, he definitely could probably have his own show. But
and I don't want to see like, and I just use Justice League and Avengers as a reference to I would like to see a superpower team. That's what I'm saying. I want to see a superpower team, and you both are right. They've been built up over time because certain folks have had the ability to like dominate and build these characters up. We're just trying to strike a home run where people have been on third base for a long time, dude, and we're just up the bat right now. That's all.
And my point with his comment, and I think this is going to be my last statement, is the divisiveness that's going on right now in today's country, in the United States of America. Our president is divisive enough where we got NBA. Well, we're seeing things and hearing things that we haven't heard from since, Jackie Robinson and the groundbreaker players being, you got DeMarcus Cousins and shoot around being called the N-word in Boston.
Yeah.
You got Russell Westbrook being called all kind of names, and that's this type of society that we're introducing again. These guys are going to a predominantly black sport where predominantly African Americans play the game, or 80%, 70%, whatever it is, and they're shouting N-bombs at them and stuff. But that's the divisiveness that this country has already back create. I'm not saying that racism was dead before Trump got in office, but the country was not divided. The country is definitely way more divided, and divisive statements are being said way too often. And I just think that he should have been a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, I just don't. To me, I just don't see that as divisive. I see it as. To me, it's an inclusive statement because he's saying that he wants to see more faces, but that's just me.
It's including all people, but I guarantee you if. K-Mac said they don't have to say it, but Jordan Peele's an up and comer. He's 2 movies in. Look, I don't know a white producer that's up and comer right off the top of my head. The people we were talking about earlier, they're established. The Steven Spielberg and all those people like that. But if an up and coming Caucasian would say something like that, man, we would be up in arms. We would call them racist. We wouldn't go watch their movies. We would be boycotting. They probably would lose their job.
Do you understand?
Like that because we feel like we've been underappreciated or whatever, but we should. I don't know.
You're listen. There's a certain aspect of what you're saying which I totally understand, and you're right to a point. But we would be up in arms for that, But to me, I feel like we'd be up in arms for that. Because we'd be saying, what are you talking about? We've never been, we haven't even been represented to do that, And then we'd be up in arms going, what movie have you seen? What story have you seen that before in?
Sport movies.
Yeah. Yes. It's just, man, for me, I'm still waiting to see that movie about the military brat who gets superpowers, but he gets superpowers and is later in his life, and he's 49 years old. So that's my story.
Hancock.
Me.
Hancock. There's your movie.
But he's had it forever though.
Will Smith. That was the superstar. I don't know.
I already told you. I agree with you. I don't think you shouldn't have said it.
I hear Oz's perspective, and I hear K-Mac's perspective, and I'm not saying I disagree, but I
definitely hear your perspective.
I don't disagree with what they're saying, but I disagree with the statement that he made. That, and I like regular Scott said, I think it was divisive.
Hey, and to your point, I definitely hear you because like we are living in a world where people can literally say whatever the fuck they want to say without any sort of like fact checking or anything, you know. But but then I also think, you know, people just got to start keep saying stuff because that's how you really see who people really are. For a while, people weren't saying anything. You know, always reminds me of our governor, our ex-governor, Douglas Wilde, when he ran, and people were like, "Oh my God, he's going to beat that dude by a landslide. He's going to crush him. He's going to cream him." Every poll was saying he was going to cream him. The day after the election, that dude barely won. You know, because people were like, "Let me go to the ballot and show you what's really up." So it's just, you know, it's always that to me, man.
And well, I don't think that is bringing like. I don't think it's bringing any new racists out to the forefront. I think these people that are coming out, they're already been racist, and it's just not that many. I don't think it's as many as we think it is. But I don't, you know, like the dude in Charlottesville, he drove forever to get here to run over people.
Oh yeah, he drove forever because he was just chomping at the bit, waiting for the race war that was not going to happen.
Right. That, I mean, and we know we got pockets of people all across this country. I mean, even in somewhere around in our area where we live.
Chesterfield, dude, Chesterfield.
We got pockets of people, but I agree it's making it okay for them to just come out and say it, but I don't think it's somebody that wasn't already racist saying it. You know what I mean?
But I think there are a lot of people who just don't know either. You know, because I find a lot of kids who just are like who are just unaware. I still remember chatting with some of the youth a while ago, and because they had a Confederate flag on, and they're like, I was like, so what does that flag mean to you? And they're like, freedom. And I was like, well, you know, that's the opposite of what that flag means, right? So, you know, I think for first off, we are taught civics and history totally wrong and bad here. And second off, we should be taught more science fiction, and comics. But that's just my personal preference.
And I think that younger generation that's wearing that Confederate flag, even when I was coming up, we had people who wear the Confederate flag, and to them they were wearing it. And I know I know this because this is what I grew up in. They wore the correct Confederate flag, at least my generation that I was associated with or around. They wore it because they wanted to say, oh, I'm country, oh, I hunt, oh, I fish, oh, I drive a big truck, oh, I go mudding. But those are the same dudes that would come over to my house and shoot basketball, spend the night with me. I go spend the night with them. They didn't, you know, so I don't think that the Confederate flag to them, to my generation, meant any hate or anything like that. That was them trying to be like, oh, I'm country. Oh, I whatever. Now, I'm not being silly to say like in the 60s or whatever, that flag wasn't symbolized to put fear in us. And the Ku Klux Klan didn't carry it around to, you know, intimidate people. But
and slavery too.
The younger generation that they didn't know. They, you know, and just like that flag that's up on 95. That's just there to intimidate you, you know? And if people let that bother you, I mean, we're never going to see that dude that put that flag up anyway. He just put it there to start something.
Yeah, well, and that's the shame of it all, because people just don't understand their history. And, like, that for that to go and be unchecked and said is just like that. To me, it's just silliness.
That's just like us, though, in the 90s and still today, dropping the N-bomb. We say it and thing on there every rap album I've listened to. They drop the N-bomb. That's just like us saying we don't know our history. That word has the same power as the Confederate flag to me. It's the same thing.
That's another conversation too. Because like that's it. That being said, in context, I don't say it, but I know when there's an A and I know when there's an ER and I know when someone's saying it. Hold on. I know when someone's saying it in a familiar tone. I know and I've been called it in a not pleasant and familiar tone either. So. The Confederate flag to me is.
I think my statement about the N-word is how we, as a culture, we delegitimize that word or whatever. We
Absolutely.
put an A on it, the ER. It's the same thing the other generation did with the Confederate flag. They took the more hate off of it, and it more so symbolizes. And I'm not saying to all of them, but to the ones, like I said in the past, the ones I was associated, and the ones I still am associated with. It means freaking country hunt. I'm a redneck. I'm gonna go kill a deer. I'm gonna go run some coon dogs. But I don't have any hate in my heart for black people. And then they delegitimize the flag, that generation, just like we delegitimize the N-word.
And it's still both wrong.
Right.
And what I was thinking on was this.
Arms. People don't get all up in arms about it, Shoot, I don't know. Like you said, the Jordan Peele just spilled into all of this, and it just, whatever. All right. Regular Scott, how do you feel about all of that? What do you think? What's your opinion?
Did you go take a shower, Regular Scott? You've been quiet for the whole time.
Yeah, I just let y'all two have that one. That's all, y'all. I don't even know where to start. So I don't even want to.
All I do know is I don't drop M-bombs on anybody, familiar or not, and I don't rock Confederate flags. Both those things are insulting to me.
All right, here we go.
No, they are. They both are insults.
Yeah.
If y'all got more, let me know. The floor is still yours.
And I have one more thing to say too.
Okay.
By the way, we did actually cover Game of Thrones, like we said first off.
Okay.
Okay, so we did stay on topic. First off, we covered our business, and then we got into it. So I just want to say we did do what we said we were going to do. By the way,
okay.
Jordan Peele just opened up a can of worms that we needed to have open dialogue about, because you got two people that believe closely to the same thing, but taking that two different ways. So I think it was great.
It's like Martin and Malcolm.
Right, exactly right.
And Regular Scott, you can be David Duke. I don't know.
I'll just be the guy recording it.
David, why you get upset? Because I got one.
I'll just be the camera.
Hey, dude, I still need to see Black Klansman, by the way, so we can bring it on home. So.
All right. Well, let's go back. Let's get back into the Jordan Peele thing. So
why?
We never did leave the Jordan Peele thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, you definitely left it, because then you went into a whole different thing off of Jordan Peele.
Well, yeah, but we're done with Jordan Peele. Let's move past Jordan Peele.
I thought we finished Jordan Peele. Yeah, what you talking about, Regular Scott?
Let's go to Game of Thrones. Let's talk about Cersei and Tyrion, and
Let's talk about how Green Arrow sucks.
Or let's talk about that movie you just went to see with the fake Superman.
Shazam?
Oh.
Shazam's good. Shazam's a good movie. the best DC movie since Man of Steel.
Bees, just do one thing. Just go, hey, Regular Scott, did you watch Polar yet?
He actually told me he was going to watch it the other day.
He didn't watch it, dude.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I forgot.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all, dude, I've been watching Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix, and it is a trip. It's a trip.
I've been catching up on Walking Dead.
Oh.
Well, that's because Gotham's off for like a month.
Yeah. And Kilo wanted...
All universe Gotham.
Hey, Matt, we need to watch it, so we typically put it on the phone sleep. I think we watched the same episode 5 times this week.
All right.
Dude, how they gonna break Alfred's back, dude? I don't get it, dude. This is some craziness, man.
There's a lot of craziness going on. So, Game of Thrones. We talked about it earlier. V said that.
Hey, I do have to bring up one other point. Okay?
Here we go.
I'm not trying to start any other mess, but do you understand when Batman has sex with Batgirl? Batgirl is actually older than Dick is, dude. Do you know how crazy that is?
What?
Batgirl is older than Dick Grayson actually is, dude.
In Gotham.
No, in normal comic book canon. So Batman doing that just adds an extra layer of craziness to me, dude.
But it would make it more okay if she was older.
Dude. It just makes it more creepier. It makes it like he's really trying to like mess with like Dick Grayson.
Oh, you think this is all a real thing going at Dick Grayson?
I feel like it's all manipulative to control Dick Grayson, dude.
Wow.
That's been the game forever, man.
Everybody dicking Dick Grayson. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not nice. And I'm not happy about it, to be honest with you. So,
hey, so in Titans, is not Batman messing with Dick and is messing with him? See?
That's just in like that nightmare sequence at the end.
No, dude, he ran away out of Gotham to get away from that cat, dude.
Look, we got a long time before Titan comes out. They've already cast Deathstroke's daughter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're getting the Judas contract.
Dude, it's going to be nuts, man. They got Superboy up in that piece.
I'm up in that piece. So, look, Game of Thrones, V's has already said that he thinks it's going to be Dany and Jon. Oz has said it's going to be the Night King. And that's exactly who you said. You didn't say anyone else. All right. And I said Tyrion. So V's.
No, you didn't, dude.
Yes, I did. I said I'm picking V's as dark horse.
V's is the first one to say Tyrion.
V said Tyrion was his dark horse. He's my first choice.
Wow.
What do you mean? V's had a chance to pick him. He didn't pick him. He put him on the bench. I'm starting.
Dude. Do we foresee that another dragon is going to die?
Yes.
Okay.
Drogon will be the last dragon standing.
Wow. Okay. How is Cersei going to die? Because we know she's going to die.
Jaime Lannister is going to kill Cersei.
Oh, Arya. I gotcha. Okay. And we all still feel like Jaime Lannister, I know how V feels, but he's not going to survive, huh? Does a mountain survive? No, wait, sorry. Does the dog survive?
Here. I'll make it easier for you, Oz. These are the people I do think survive. Tyrion, the black chick that hangs out with Dany.
Yep.
Sam.
Of course.
Arya.
Wow. Yeah.
And.
But don't you think she disappears though?
But I think she survives. But no, I only think like 6 people are going to end up surviving. So Tyrion, the black chick, Sam, Arya, and I will say Sansa survives as well. That's it. Everyone else dies.
Brienne doesn't survive?
Brienne dies.
Wow. Huh.
That's my prediction.
It's very interesting.
That's my prediction. Everyone dies except those 5.
What happens to homeboy who's really the Night King?
Bran?
Mm-hmm.
Bran's the Night King, so they have to kill Bran. Jon Snow will kill Bran.
With some tears in his eyes and everything, too.
V's, what do you think about all that? What do you think about what I just said, how everyone's going to die except those 5?
I couldn't disagree with you more.
Who do you think is going to survive?
I try not to comment when you say things like that because I know you always push the envelope, and I feel like if you motivated yourself, you could be some You can make some hella drama movies, man. You got.
So what you're saying is I put on a good show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You put on a good show. You'll have all kind of twists. You have people all kind of pissed off. At
So who where do you think I go wrong at?
On everything.
No. I'm not saying you go wrong. I just say you are over the top.
No, I'm saying in my predictions though. Who do you think is going to live that I say is going to die?
All right.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start at. Like, at least 50% of the people you said.
So, okay, how about this? I'll go through the people. How about I go through the people I think are going to die, and you tell me if you agree with me or not.
All right, sure. Let's do it.
Jon Snow's dead.
Nope.
Okay. Oz, will you keep track?
Nope.
Okay. Danny's going to die. What do you think, V's?
Oh man, because I kind of could see that too. You know, I kind of could see that, but I'm gonna go with the no because she's went through a lot.
Hey, I think we do need to write this down somewhere.
That's 2 against you, dude.
All right, you did say no.
I did say no, but she's I mean, I'm on the fence with that one. You know, I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50 down the middle on that one.
Jaime Lannister will die.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Oh, one hand is gone, dude.
Cersei.
Okay, so that's one positive. Go ahead.
Okay.
Arya's going to kill who?
Cersei Lannister will die.
Oh yeah, she's dead.
Okay. The Mountain will die.
The Mountain's already dead.
I know.
Is already dead. Technically, yes, he is. I just wanted to throw a curveball at you.
No curveballs.
The Hound. Then how about this? The Hound will also be dead.
I thought we said they were going to kill each other. They're going to kill each other off.
We didn't say that.
I think the Hound somehow makes it through all this.
Okay. Worm dies.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't see Worm dying.
Wow, that's a bold one right there, V's.
Yeah, I don't see Worm dying.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's a bold one.
I feel like that dude is toast.
Yeah, he's dead. Let's see who else.
I got you, dude. Tyrion's or whatever his name is, his bodyguard. His sellsword.
Braun.
Yeah.
Braun's gonna live. I think Braun. I think Braun's gonna live. I forgot about him. I think Braun's gonna live.
I think Braun lives over Worm. You know, Worm.
Yeah, I think
Worm
Braun lives too. Yeah, I'm going with Braun too. Oh, Bran. I think Bran's dead.
Okay.
Now, so now are we thinking Bran is the Night King?
I think he's the Night King. That's what I'm going with into this season.
And I think Bran destroys the Night King. I think they win the war because Bran destroys the Night King. So I think he survives.
Okay. So you think Bran survives? So you got Bran and Worm surviving.
Yeah, and I think, and like I said, I think Bran is the one who defeats the Night King.
I think Bran is the Night King.
Maybe he defeats himself. Woo! Spoiler alert.
I don't see how he's the Night King because remember he made those crows fly and the Night King looked up and made them die.
Yeah, but you also remember that the Night King has been able to spot him every time that he goes back in the past or like he tries to find him. The Night King is always able to find him and know where he's at for some reason.
Mm-hmm. So they're very connected.
I feel like they're very connected. Or is he Ned Stark?
But he has no head.
That's true. I mean, who knows? I do think he's Bran. I think they're somehow connected. But them being connected like that could explain how, to Viz's point, Bran would be the one to defeat him.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of how he gets defeated. That he finds a way to.
Here's my other prediction off of your thing about you saying, because your first prediction was that it was going to be Jon Snow and Dany's kid. I think Tyrion and the black chick end up together and take care of Jon and Dany's kid.
Oh, that makes sense. See, I that's cool. There'll be his or the kid's wise counsel.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how I think the series ends. I think we get a happy ending with Game of Thrones with them two taking on the throne and Dany and Jon's kid being the actual king, but them ruling the kingdom until he becomes of age.
Yeah, with no dragon.
With a baby dragon. There's an egg. There's an egg somewhere. Somebody brings an egg. Maybe Melisandre.
Man, you certainly do have. Hey,
Game of Thrones has put us through hell. We deserve a god-daggone happy ending.
Hey, didn't they say there are eggs underneath Winterfell? Is that right or not?
That's possible. V's, what do you think about it? Do you think we get a happy ending or do we get a Game of Thrones ending?
I think we get a up in the air ending. Like we are wondering, kind of like a Sopranos ending.
Uh-huh.
Does he die? Do they die or do they live?
Oh, they died in Sopranos.
We don't know that.
Oh, no, we know that. You know that.
We don't know.
V's, you know deep down in your heart they died.
No, we don't know.
You
we
do
don't
know
they
that,
shot up
V's.
cafe.
You know it. You know it.
We don't know the dude died in Sons of Anarchy. We don't know.
Oh, come on, dude. He got ran over and you heard the splat.
We don't know. We don't know.
All right.
Just saying.
All right. Oz, do we get a happy ending in Game of Thrones or do we get a Game of Thrones Red Wedding ending?
I don't think it's as brutal as a Red Wedding. I think we get a shocking ending.
Well, you already said the Night King is gonna end up on the Iron Throne, so
no, but you're not gonna hold me to that, dude.
I am gonna hold you to that.
No, you're not.
What do you mean? No, I'm not. That's what you said.
My first statement was I agree with what V said.
So you think it's gonna be Jon and Dany?
I think the kid is.
That's not what V said. V said Jon and Dany.
Okay, well then I think what V said as a dark horse is what I like to choose, so my answer is
Tyrion.
My answer is going to be the kid is on the throne.
So you're about to take my answer.
Well, the kid's on the throne being raised by those two.
So you're taking my answer.
My dark horse answer is going to be the Night King.
Hey, V's, you see how this dude just like took both of our answers and waited for us to answer the question for him?
Hey, yo, hold on. I'm allowed to agree.
Look, honestly, it's kind of that's his MO. Because remember when we picked what
our X-Men team
Captain Marvel was going to do? I went first. You went second.
Yeah.
And then he was like, shit. He's like, shit, I'm going to split y'all in the middle. I'm going to go 155.
Oh, yeah, he did. V's didn't he?
Hey, listen here. To Regular Scott and to V's and to our listeners, I have two very intelligent co-hosts. So I like to listen to what they say and I take the facts for themselves. Now, when the Night King is on the throne with Dany and Jon Snow's baby, and they're like, Papa, make me some more ice cream. I'll be pleasant and happy, okay? And they're petting a baby ice dragon too. That's the ender right there.
Oh man! All right, whatever, man. Don't get upset because you got called out about it.
Oh, dude, I never get upset. And by the way, to all the listeners, I'll be starting a new podcast called
Called what? What's it going to be called?
Take an elbow for
elbow grease. Peace and elbow grease.
Take an elbow for BC versus Harville. Okay.
Take an elbow for Pepto-Bismol and BC.
Dude, if you ever, man, I used to hate Pepto-Bismol, dude.
V's, how do you feel about Pepto-Bismol?
It's been years and years since I've taken it. So, I just remember being pink and thick, So.
Were you ever a milk of magnesia dude or just a Pepto dude?
Oh, I was a milk of magnesia dude when I was trying to cut weight when I wrestled. So
Okay.
this is what I would do. True story. Like if we had a tournament on Saturday, I would Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would milk of magnesia. So I would be shitting
Wow,
all
here we
week trying
go.
to cut weight. And then I'll be running and running and running. And sometimes I would have an accident down my leg.
Man. Here we go. I'll tell you what, man. I don't know what to do with this show. Like, it's falling
Regular
off
Scott,
the rails.
Find a title for this show.
So then,
Hey, this show's gonna be called "It Started Running Down My Leg."
Dude, B said.
Thursday, Friday, I just wore my sweat bag.
You just what?
And then I wore my sweat bag. Like I had some, a sauna suit that you would put on, hoodie, and I would cut weight. So yeah, I mean, I could lose like 12 pounds from Monday to Saturday.
I mean, listen, dude, if you got it running down your leg all day, you better be able to lose 12
you gotta
pounds.
think I was 16, 15, 14 years old. I didn't feel weak. I was as strong as a bull.
Man.
You was letting it run like one too.
Yeah, it ran like one. I had to get that weight off me.
All right. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what we're not gonna talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, this is your fault, Oz. You wanted to ask V's if he was a milk of magnesium or the milk of the poppy.
Hey, at least I ain't asked Migs, dude. I'm just saying, man.
Yo, what does that have to do with anything? Why are you taking shots at people who aren't here?
No, I'm not. Remember, Migs said that's what Migs said. People like my poop. That was so funny, dude.
You gotta stop. All right.
That was comedy, dude.
Okay.
That was pretty comedy.
All right, great. So here's.
But hold on, but V, you cannot drop 12 pounds by doing that in like 4 days.
And running and using the bag. Oh yeah,
Dude.
True story. Oz, I've lost 3 pounds this week by just using my sauna suit. And I went on a field trip to DC or to Baltimore today where I had a 12-ounce soda and a 16-ounce Mountain Dew. And then I had dinner and I'm still at 215 and I started the week at 218. What's today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've only run 2 miles this week in a sauna suit. And I've been working out like a madman in the sauna suit. But yeah, I lost 3 pounds just doing that. But no, I'm not doing it.
What are you doing? Just trying to maintain your weight or like build some mass? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to. My goal is to get down to 207 first because that's the lightest I've been in 10 years, and then my next goal is to get down to 190, and I want to do it the right way where I'm comfortable walking around where I'm not worried about putting the weight back on.
Yep. All right, Biz, you can handle that, dude. You can do that.
Like y'all know, I still eat ice cream and cookies, and I'll still eat a bowl of Captain Crunch before I go to bed. But I'm gonna make sure I work out. I'm gonna make sure I work out. I'm gonna make sure I run.
Yeah, whatever you put in, you just gotta make sure whatever you put in your body, you gotta put in the time to take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's awesome, man. Regular Scott, what's your workout regimen?
Lifting the video game controller and the remote from the counter to the couch, going to get something to drink, standing up every 10 to 15 minutes, make sure I stretch. Clean
up little messes too, right?
Regular Scott, how often do you get yelled at?
We don't ain't too much yelling going on in this household. It's a lot of passive, a lot of passive aggressiveness in this household.
A lot of sarcasm.
Yeah, I get more. There's not a lot of yelling. It's more a lot of sarcasm, dark humor, stuff like that. Now, some people do yelling. It's not for us, but it's more so dark humor.
Yeah, we don't yell in this house either.
But I mean, the point definitely gets put across now.
Sometimes the point don't even get across. She'll just be aggravated, and I'll never know why.
Yeah, that's just part of it, dude. Hey,
that's the worst.
The only person that yells in this house is my kid. So.
And my kids don't even yell. Well, Livy yells. She's 7. She's a mad woman, but Allie doesn't do anything.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it very real and civil here, but that's good.
Well, we are Captain. We are Marvel versus Take a Knee for Marvel versus DC.
Yo, hey, thank you, B. Regular Scott, plug the show, man.
Where did you think you was knocked out?
You can find us on iTunes at Knee. Find us on iTunes, subscribe, like the show. You can follow us on Twitter at Knee for Marvel vs. DC, or you can email us at knee4marvelvsdc@gmail.com. That's the number 4. Like I said, find us on iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, all those places you listen to podcasts. We'll be there.
Yeah.
There you go. I plugged it.
Good man.
Great. Final blow time.
Uh-oh.
V's, what you got for the final blow?
Yes, good. Hey, by the way, whatever B says for the final blow, I'm gonna say the exact same thing.
Really, I don't have anything for a final blow because I'm not taking shots at anyone. I'm letting everyone be on the podcast at Go Defy Life. They're doing big things, and I can appreciate them. Yeah, I don't have a final blow. I'm good. Let's rock and roll.
It's final blow.
Same thing that B said.
All right.
Watch Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. Each episode is different. It's by different artists. It's really good. It's got humor. They're definitely not for kids, but it's good stuff. It's worth a watch.
My final blow is check out the Five Lives 100th episode. Your boy Regular Scott is on there. I make a quick little cameo on this show on the 100th episode. Appreciate the fellas letting me on. Congratulations as well. It's a big milestone right there. Definitely check that out. WrestleMania will be on next Sunday. So here's my predictions right now. You can dock it, you can count it for me. This is it. Kofi Kingston wins the WWE title. Seth Rollins beats Brock Lesnar. Becky Lynch does not win the main event of WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Bayley retain the tag titles. Kevin Owens wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Samoa Joe Rey Mysterio beats Samoa Joe to win the United States title. Finn Balor as the Demon beats Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental title. Roman Reigns beats Drew McIntyre. Kurt Angle beats Baron Corbin. And then Kurt Angle beats John Cena. Those are my predictions for WrestleMania.
John Cena's coming out for WrestleMania?
I think John Cena is coming out for a surprise appearance at WrestleMania. And I think he's going to face Kurt Angle. So
John Cena's going to make a surprise appearance. He's going to come out and he's going to beat Seth Rollins for the belt.
No. I'm going to tell you what he's not going to do. He's not going to beat anyone for any belts.
Well, yeah, that's true because they're going to make that a big deal because it's going to be him breaking Ric Flair's record.
He's not breaking the record.
Yeah, if he ever does it, he might not break the record now.
But yeah, so that's my final blow. WrestleMania predictions. Count it. V's, tell everyone we talk to him next time.
Hey, I may or may not be able to talk to y'all next time, but if I am, until next time.
Oz.
Peace and chicken grease.
And y'all have a good time because we're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Yo, what up, my people? This is J.R. Glent from Defy Life. If you're looking for an in-depth, honest, at times hilarious conversation on anything from current events to sports to entertainment and more, check out myself, Alvin, Thomas, Gerald, and Yosh on the Defy Life podcast. dropping every Wednesday, available at GoDefyLife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. And as always, if you're not rocking with Defy Life, what's your life about?